Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the T-34-85M. It's the Tier 6 Soviet premium medium tank. It's located on the south spawn of Redshire Assault under the command of the TheCrazyPlatypus. Well, you may have seen quite a few videos featuring the TheCrazyPlatypus recently in the T-34-85M. Yes, he's been playing it a lot because he's trying to the third market. And he's already got 2 up, and he's had some fantastic games which we've shared with you. Now, this is the assault game. He's on the south spawn attack. Now, this can be quite interesting on this particular area. You're vulnerable to Arty. There's only one Arty in this game. That T-34-85M is out of place. He's going to get wrecked if he stays where he is. He's not using his repair kit. He can't even see where the TheCrazyPlatypus is. And the 85mm round has just blown him to pieces, and he's collected his first kill. Oh, and he's being fired on by Asslains, the Tier 4. This is a Tier 6 game with Tier 4 tanks in it. He's got an 85mm gun capable of 180 alpha, penetrating 144 with standard ammo. And with the premium rounds, he can go through 194mm. Now, he started off using the standard AP because it's a Tier 6 game with Tier 4s. He can easily penetrate most of the Tier 4 tanks with just standard ammo, and it saves you a lot of credits. Such an accurate gun at medium range, this one. And of course, he's well practiced. So yes, he's getting lovely shots on that T-28E with the F30. And remember, that tank has actually got an 85mm gun itself, despite the fact that it is Tier 4. The T-28 doesn't have much armor, in fact, virtually nothing at all. Oh, but we've got very little gun depression. It's only 7 degrees of gun depression there, and the T-28 almost caught him out because he wasn't able to get the gun down in time, but he did get it eventually. And the T-28's gone. The Striv M4257 got him. Okay, this is a bit of a risk popping up over here because he's likely to get spotted by that guy, BT7. He didn't get spotted. And he's actually firing the HE rounds in because that guy's got no armor, and 2 rounds is enough to finish him off. He selected the AP back again. That KV-1 is in the castle, so we can't see him at the moment. He knows he's there because he's been spotted by somebody else in our team. And I think that's the Panzer KW-1 or KB-1, actually. Because it is basically a W in German, it's a V. Volkswagen. Yep. That's a W, the Wagen, but it actually pronounced a V. Anyway, what have we got here? Oh dear, that's a VK3002M, which is the Panther prototype, and he's now looking at us. Fires a 75mm round at us, but he doesn't get a hit. Now we're going to tear him a new one. He's aiming. Oh, he gets one into us. But the 85mm round is just so much better, and we're doing more damage to him. And that's it. He's out the game, and that's our 3rd kill for the TheCrazyPlatypus. Okay, Asslains, that's the guy who was firing at us earlier, and he tracked him, and he picked up the damage assist there by tracking the guy. Okay, we saw the KV-1 briefly. It looked like he was tracked, but he got moving again very shortly. We're going for the turret. Gets a high roll there for 200. KV is pulling away. Doesn't want to get hold. Okay, we've got an M8A1, but somebody just caught our eye, and it's that... oh, it's a Bishop. He's inside, he's outside the castle grounds now because the KV-2 tried to wipe him out, but we should be able to shoot through the gate at that M5A1 Stuart as he falls down the hill. We tracked him. Go for it again. Standard reload, 4.99 seconds for 185mm round, but we can see here that we've got the reload time down to 4.27 for TheCrazyPlatypus. There's a lot of enemy tanks just the other side there. And the M8A1 takes 1 round a high roll, 198. We bounced around from a Wolverine who's some distance away, firing with a 76mm gun. KV-1, blown up. Now, that Wolverine, he's accurate. And we've just got an ammo rack. Oh, that was a sneaky shot. He fired as he pulled back, but the Wolverine's out of the game. We've repaired our ammo rack, and now we're moving on. There's only 4 enemies left in this game. 3 of them are in our territory at the moment, which is the wrong place to be, and the Bishop's about to get wiped out. This could be our top gun if we can get the kill. Go for the ram if necessary. Oh, he didn't get the kill. The SU-122 stole the kill away from us. Now, we are capping at the moment. We really don't need to cap, and in fact, actually now, TheCrazyPlatypus needs a kill. He needs that kill desperately so he can get a top gun. There is an M6. He has got a 90mm gun, or should have. If he's got the 76mm gun, he's going to be very vulnerable. Please don't cap out. Oh, they capped out. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Can't they see? Well, TheCrazyPlatypus was well on the way to getting a Radley Walters when the game ended prematurely because some of our team wanted to cap out. It was an ace tanker game for TheCrazyPlatypus. He managed to get a demolition expert because he blew apart one of the enemy tanks, that T-34-85. He fired that second to last round that he needed to fire, but it blew the ammo rack. He also got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, 1/3 of the enemy team, and just 1 short of getting a top gun. But I'm certain he could have got a Radley Walters because there were still 3 enemy tanks out there. He also got an arsonist because he set light to one of the enemy tanks and watched it burn to death. He also got a fire turret for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and a bruised medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 15 in total. Got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a tank sniper for doing the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more, firing at least 8 shots with 85% accuracy. His win rate was 12,716. So yes, I think it's no problem at all that he would have been able to take out that M6 and the last remaining enemy tanks. Let's have a look at team score. The highest damage was 3,554 hit points to TheCrazyPlatypus. Second highest damage was the Striv M4257. He only got 1,425. And the third highest damage was the KV2, 1,221. When it came to kills, yep, TheCrazyPlatypus got that as well, with 5 kills to him, 2 kills to the Striv M4257, the KV2, and the SU-122, who should hang his head in shame because he stole that kill on the Bishop away and denied TheCrazyPlatypus a top gun. And he should have spotted that the guy had 5 kills already and was just about to claim his 6th and was driving towards him, firing at the time. Would have gone for a ramp, would have got it, would have easily scored his top gun, but the SU-122 stole the kill away at the last moment. When it came to base XP, he's got that one as well, so he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,687 went to TheCrazyPlatypus, the only player to get over 1,000. 682 went to the Striv M4257, and 674 went to the KV2 on his team. Concede that the 3 remaining tanks in the game were a Lux, who didn't have much in the way of damage, the M6, who did have a fair amount of damage, because of course he had the 90mm gun, and the Panzer IV Ausführung H with probably just 1 shot, or maybe 2 shots, that hit the target. He could have had the 105mm gun, got a low roll, but I think that's more than likely. He's got the 75mm gun, and he got a couple of hits to get that score. So yes, I have no doubt at all that TheCrazyPlatypus could have won the game and taken those out, and they could have kept a perpetual cap to running just by decapping each player one at a time to enable him to keep going and take out the last remaining tanks. But no, I'm afraid those people who were capping didn't realize that if you leave some of the enemy tanks alive at the end of the game, you don't get a bonus for your XP. So it really does help if you kill all the remaining enemy tanks. And if you are capping, decap to allow people to actually finish off the game with a full kill list, a full 15 kills. Anyway, let's have a look at detail. 27 shots fired, 23 direct hits on the enemy, 19 penetrations and 1 splash. Yes, he did use the HE on that BT7 to make sure that he got the maximum roll. 3,554 hit points of damage, of which 1,755 were at more than 300 meters. He received 6 hits from the enemy, only 2 of which actually penetrated, 4 non-penetrations, and 475 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 3 enemy vehicles, damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, and did 909 hit points of damage assistance. I think that was spotting assist there. On a free-to-play account, he earned 57,977 credits from the battle, and because he only used standard ammo to complete that battle, he actually ended up with a profit of 34,035 credits. Well, it was a tier 4 game, so yes, he could have seen that during the startup and selected an ammo loadout, which would actually be more preferable to more AP, less APCR, and that actually helps cut down the costs. 1,687 base XP, 844 for completing a mission, 337 for this being a premium vehicle, and 2,868 experience points altogether. Just another stepping stone on the way to getting the 3rd mark. When you get tier 4 games like this, or tier 6 with tier 4 tanks in it, it really does help because you can maximize the damage very, very quickly just by stomping all over all the tier 4 tanks as quickly as you can. But unfortunately, it appears that those guys who were capping couldn't recognize that there was somebody there trying to mark their T-34-85M. But I would plead with any players out there, if you see such a situation like this where you're easily getting through the last remaining enemies, do decap from the cap. It's only fair to those players who actually do have the skill to go out there, kill the last remaining tanks, collect the scores they need, and also it will earn you a bonus. So it does work in the long run. So I hope you enjoyed that replay from the Crazy Platypus. That's the last one we got for a little while, but I'm sure he'll be sending some more in as soon as he's practiced or got his 3rd mark, or maybe even sooner than that. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.